Going into Smalls Gaming, and Vahib, I think that's how you say his name, recommended me the BK57 earlier in my top 5 guns video for season 13. He said that the BK doesn't get any mention anywhere. It doesn't get talked about enough, when statistically has a better time to kill than a lot of the big weapons like the KM44, LK24. So I decided why not give it a shot, and it took me a few days just to get a nice build. I went into several matches, tested it out. I even tested it out in SMB, mainly the silencer. So with this build, we have the MIP light muzzle brake for that recoil horizontal stability. This is one of the few guns that have the light muzzle brake. I think the KM44 is the other one. I don't know about other guns. So that increases its horizontal recoil stability. So that's the only attachment that includes lateral recoil stability, but also we have the MIP light barrel short, which increases our ADS speed, and I believe our movement speed also. We also have the YKM combat stock for ADS speed, which for this gun, this build does have really good ADS speed. You also have the laser tactical, which is statistically one of the best attachments in the game, which increases ADS speed and accuracy. So basically has no downsides as well, so we don't have that. And this is a free-for-all game. I didn't want to make the videos too long, so I decided to go into a hardpoint game with the silenced one. We also have the granulated grip, because I think the first few shots are pretty accurate. And since the first shoots are accurate, once you start spraying the gun, is pretty inaccurate, so having that granulated grip is kind of good. So this gun, for me, its playstyle is very weird. You really can't rush with it, but with me, I'm a rushing player, but sometimes it does work out really well. And personally, I don't really mind the iron sights, they just don't affect me too much. And since they don't affect me too much, I've gotten used to a lot of iron sights, so the BK is even an exception. Which before I thought its iron sights was pretty bad. And with the release of Gunsmith, it's better to have 5 attachments than 4 attachments to the sight. Its hipfire accuracy is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really good. Similar to the ASM-10's hipfire, I think. I used to be an ASM-10 main, so the hipfire is very good. So we pretty much already won this game. I ended up winning this game. I mean, this gun does struggle a lot, especially with the meta this season. It's kind of broken. So it kind of sucks. It is what it is, but it sucks. So yesterday's video, I talked about a lot of the things that's going to happen with this channel, but it is what it is. So now that we are finished with the main loadout, we're going to talk about the silenced loadout now. I mean, this gun's iron sights I think are more clear than the base version, so I like it. So this gun has the tech suppressor, which decreases our ADS speed and movement speed. With it has good range, so we obviously don't need the monolithic suppressor. The damage range is really good, it's not that bad, so obviously using, I forgot what that suppressor is called. One of the suppressors is called, decreases the damage range, so I don't think that's useful. Now, I think that's one of the most useless attachments in the game. I think if it has really good range, you could probably use it. Like for the ASM-10, you could probably use it for that. But obviously, you could stack ADS speed on the ASM-10. We also have the light barrel short, also from the last build, which increases our ADS speed. We also have the OWC skeleton stock, which increases our lateral recoil stability, which is very good. There's only 3 attachments for the BK, and 2 of them are muzzle attachments, so obviously since I use the suppressor, it's not even useful. And we also have the laser tactical, which I've said before is one of the best attachments in the game. I'm not going to explain what it does since I already did. We also have the granulated grip for accuracy, which is also one of the best attachments in the game. Basically a go-to attachment, but not always. This is mainly the laser tactical. Personally, feel like the other blueprint has better iron sights, so if you do have it, I would recommend using that, just because those little C's in the iron sight are more spread out, so they're more clear to see. I think the light muzzle brake is a lot useful, just because I think its recoil stability is a lot better. But since I had no other recoil stability, which if there's a barrel for it, I would, but there's only one barrel that increases its vertical recoil. So obviously I had to go with the soft. So this is gonna think this build is a lot. I think I like this build better, even though the other one has better recoil stability, especially with the lateral. I think it's just much better. I think it's more balanced. I mean, the 80 speed is a lot slower. Oh, and next video I will be working on updating QXR Gunsmith. I tried to build it as an AR, and I think I did a pretty good job. I do want to start working on the M4 and ICR. I think those are one of the most underrated weapons in the game pre-Season 9 Gunsmith. So before Gunsmith, the M4 and the ICR were one of my main ranked weapons. And ever since Season 9, I think I haven't really used it, but I think the M4 and the ICR have been playing a much passive playstyle, so I do want to work on those. I did also start working on the Fennec, but I don't know, I'm just making builds for it just to see if it's worth making a video for it. Since it did get nerfed, I personally think it got nerfed pretty hard compared to last season, where it was very overpowered. Obviously, there's a lot more blueprints, especially with the BK57 that have different iron sights. I think this is one of the few that have the same iron sight as this one was the championship blueprint one. I think I only have 2 blueprints, which is this one. There's also the one in the credit store, but that one has the same iron sight. It does not have a different one. So obviously it's not gonna be useful. Obviously it's just animated, doesn't have a different iron sight. A lot of animated guns do, but a lot of them don't. So obviously if you don't have a lot of the gun maxed out, make sure you have some of the attachments. And personally, I don't think you need an extended mag, because I know for a fact there's a 38 round fast extended mag. I don't think it's very useful. So obviously this game was a lot of snipers were using snipers in this game. I mean, a lot of players are using snipers. So obviously most of this lobby was a lot easier. I personally do think it's a bit overrated, but it just doesn't fit my playstyle. It might fit yours, so I would recommend this and see how it goes. Thanks for the suggestion on the BK57. If you do guys want to suggest other guns, I would recommend you guys telling me, as I do like testing out guns. I think the ICR is going to be my next one, or the M4. I did not like the Fennec since I tested it yesterday. And I think I played like 20 matches with the BK. I didn't play that much. I've been playing a lot of Alcatraz this past weekend. Obviously, the BK is actually very good in Alcatraz. It's very decent as a floor loot weapon. There's a blue version which contains the monolithic suppressor, and I forgot the other attachment that it comes with. The purple version which comes with stippled. The purple version comes with 3 attachments. That's all I know for a fact. There's only 2 BK versions of the BK. There's only 2 versions of the BK in BR. There's a blue version and the purple version, which contains the monolithic, which is kind of bad, but it keeps you off the minimap. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Right before we leave off this video, I do want to encourage you guys to comment. I do want you guys to recommend me more loadouts on guns that you guys want me to see me try. So yeah, next video is going to be on the QXR Gunsmith video. And I'm going to be right after that, Nick, which is next week. I'm going to start working on the M4 and ICR1. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys subscribe. And I hope you guys also have a good day.